Come out to the bar.
Hello YouTube, cheers and welcome to The Basement. My name is Bruce Lively.
And I'm D-Boy Slim.
And The Basement Debates is the first daily hip-hop debate show. From Tuesday through Friday, we tackle the most intriguing topics in hip-hop culture and the world around it. So welcome back, Basement family. Today, we gotta talk about Kanye. Kanye West, Weezy, Yeezy.
Oh man, I feel more comfortable with what Weezy said than this guy, man.
They both. Well, listen. I'm not going to debate it here. It's the intro. I'm not going to debate it here. Calling Trump his brother and having the same dragon energies.
What in the Sambo?
Listen, man, hold on now. Among other more controversial statements and actions, we just have to ask the simple question, today's question: has Kanye lost his ever-loving mind? That's it. And with that being said, let go.
What in the
We back.
Sambo? Uncle Tom, cotton picking mom. Yo, man, what's up with your man from Chicago, man?
We back.
What's up with your boy from the Chi-Town, man?
Listen, man.
Yo, I know,
Listen, man. He's a musical genius.
I already know Chi-Town. Y'all not co-signing none of this. I know y'all don't stamp none of this nonsense.
He's a musical genius. And everybody knows that being a genius is on the thin line away from being crazy.
Yo, count.
He hasn't crossed over to that crazy line.
Jay.
He's just a genius.
One of the G's speak out like, yo, is his hood pass still good out there?
Well, we're not sure about the hood pass.
What's up with the homie out there?
I'm here to tell you he hasn't lost his mind.
In the shop?
I'm here to tell you he hasn't lost his mind, and that's all I can say.
I need to hear from that, man, because, you know.
You tell me.
Dudes like that, like, I wouldn't think it's cool for him to walk through the neighborhood anymore. Like,
probably not.
You know.
Probably not.
Come on, man. This guy.
Well, I mean, wait a minute now. The people that's Sci-Hi the Prince is like backing him up, saying black people don't have to be Democrats, they can be Republicans, which is just a true statement. That's a true statement. You don't have to be a Democrat. If they know that they have you in their pocket already, then they don't do anything to help you.
Sci-Hi.
Even Sci-Hi the Prince. Yes, even Sci-Hi the Prince.
You still need a job at Good Music.
See, the disrespect.
I understand what's going on.
It's palpable.
You gotta understand what's going on. Like, there's an interest there. There's business there. Like, he's under Good Music. So now you.
Chance the Rapper says that it's okay.
You're the one person that side. 2 Chainz and John Legend said, I'm off this. I'm off this. I don't have nothing
Chance
to do
the
with
Rapper,
that.
also from Chicago, thinks that Kanye has the right to be a Republican as well.
I knew he was a little funny and weird anyway.
Oh, here we go. Go ahead, man. Go ahead so I can get my debate on, man. I don't want to hear
They
this.
get mad at D-Boy when you're like, yo, this rapper, he's a weirdo. And it's a reason. It's not just the way they dress. It's not just
Yeah,
that.
you just like Tekashi 6ix9ine. If you're not Tekashi,
it's not just that. Well, I seen Tekashi shut down a lot of blowholes and a lot of Charlemagne theories. So when you thought he was an idiot, he said, oh, you wanted me to go to Houston and the side-by-side Southwest and get myself lined up? I asked him, could they insure? So at that point, Tekashi looked intelligent to me. What about this rant with Kanye West looks intelligent? It's nothing, it looks coonish. Now I understand what Willie D was talking about when he came out with the song Coon.
If you're selling not your people, you a coon. If you hate your own kind, you a coon. Boot nigga shucking jive, you a coon. You a coon, you a coon, you a coon.
This is very coonish right here. Like, you marry the Kardashians and all. Like, he never even, like, the 8-10 years he was with Rockefeller, Jay-Z, and he never spoke out about his political beliefs, his views, none of that.
Yeah, he did.
You wait till you come out with the Kardashians, and now all of a sudden it's Make America Great Again when we got the worst president probably in the last 50 years in office. Is this guy serious? I think he's getting high. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I think this guy's getting high. Man. He can't be serious. He can't be serious.
He can't be. I'm going to agree with you there, but has he lost his mind is the question. Now that you're done with your rant, the debate is, has he lost his mind? You're saying he's lost his mind.
I'm saying he getting high. I don't,
he's out of his mind at least.
Maybe he never regained it. You gotta, he never had time to, remorse about his mother. Damn! Like, I don't know what's going on with this guy, but he needs some help. And he got to sit down. Like, we thought it was something when he was calling out Jay-Z on stage and all of that. Like, he's more skirts before. Like, it's been behavior where you had to really look at Kanye when he went on the rant with Sway. And in the morning, you had to look at Ye and be like, what's wrong with this guy? Why is he acting like this? This time, he's definitely jumped out the window. Like, he jumped off the edge this time. Like, I don't think that, to the point of no return. Like, I don't think sustaining a rap career at this point, it's probably over for Duke. Like, it's over.
That's another question, and then I'm going to get to, but let me get to the answer to this one.
Lost his mind? You go ahead, Bruce, because I'm just utterly disgusted at this point.
Let me get to the question at hand, and I'm going to try my hardest to be as objective in this debate.
But to answer the question, lost his mind. If you think Coonan is having a mind, then okay, guess not. But if Coonan has lost his mind, yeah, of course he lost his mind. He been lost his mind.
Okay, so to answer this question, there's two questions at hand, which is the first one, has he lost his mind? And I like the one you printed out is how he will he recover from this. First, I will say he hasn't lost his mind, people. He has not lost his mind. And I'm going to say it like this. He is a coon. He is a coon. But he hasn't lost his mind. If you take a look at, this is the same guy who said George Bush doesn't like black people.
The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
This can't be love, no.
Please call. In the past few days,
what he is someone who's a genius at music, yes, but a master marketer. I'm not saying he doesn't believe these things. You guys can go back to what the basement has said, especially Bruce Lively, and understand that I give him no passes. I will not buy his music, and you shouldn't either. But people will, because he only does this when he happens to have his next album called TurboGrafx 16 coming out. He only does this when he has a special joint with Kid Cudi coming out this year, same time. He only does this when he has produced Nas's album and Pusha T's new album, and it's coming out this year, same time. You think he's lost his mind? What he is he's playing all of us, and he's a genius marketer. Just like he is when he's selling his plastic flip-flops for $300 and people buy it. He's doing what he knows will make the people at the basement talk about him, at the basement debates talk about him. He came out with Jesus Walks. Not because that's the best song, but simply because that's the most controversial song. Who hears Jesus Walks in the club? After that, he's out of here. What I'm trying to tell you is the man is a master marketer. The man doesn't care. He's also a coon because, unfortunately, let me get to the other side of this. Now that I've answered that question, the other side of this, let me put my notes down because I'm just going to try to go off the cuff, people. The other side of this is he's horrible. He's horrible. Because he's using something that actually matters in order to market himself. Just today, we found out that Ben Carson Raise the rent at HUD Home, the person in charge of housing for urban development. Raise the rent on poor people who can't even pay $50 a month. Those people won't have a place to live or a place to raise their children. They have to choose between living and eating. That's the reality of the situation. Is he a bad person? Yes. Because he uses this president who put Ben Carson in charge, who's gonna affect you and your grandma and your family when they get rid of Obamacare. That's the problem, but he hasn't lost his mind. He's just the type of person to use whatever it takes to be about himself, and we knew this. The first time he opened his mouth, all I heard was me, 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 me. Until he met Miss Kardashian. And then it was me Kardashian.
It's been
That's
ugly.
It. And so no, he hasn't lost his mind. He is the worst.
Let me piggyback off that.
That's it.
For just a second. And, you know, it's been nasty, and I'm not even here to talk about his relationship, but let's dissect things.
His relationship sucks as well.
Let's dissect things for a second. Here's a guy who people appreciated and respected his music long before we even knew him as a rapper. He was producing music for Jay-Z's and Twisters and Commons, like, you know. So he was respected in music, and he used that platform to get where he's at now. Here's a guy that sells you $300-$400 sneakers to his own community.
In the hood.
That's a red flag in itself.
You ain't seen the new plastic flip-flops he brought?
When he comes, like, we was introduced to Kanye knowing
I'll put a picture up for
that he's the kid, the good kid that made it out of a savage city. Like, so similar to Kendrick's story, except he comes from the south side of Chicago. We embraced that. Like, this is why we loved Kanye at one time. He decides to come out with a shoe and retail it at $300-$400 a pop. That's absurd. Long story short, it's absurd. It's ridiculous. It's irresponsible for someone that's come from a neighborhood like the south side of Chicago or whatever have you. You could sell your shoes. Listen, you could make your money however you got to make your money. Nobody's mad at Nipsey. Come on, man. Let's be sensitive. Let's be responsible.
Okay, so
let's be responsible. And I got another point.
Brother, go ahead.
Now, here's the same guy. I'm just asking, as a culture, like, where are we at as a culture when a white guy from 8 Mile comes to black entertainment and denounces President Trump for everything that he stands for, everything that he says, and tells the people, if you disagree with what I'm saying, don't like my music.
Get in the picture. They need to see you, brother. Get in the picture, brother.
Don't listen to my music. Don't buy my music. Don't mess with me if you disagree with what I'm saying about this particular president.
As opposed to the person who uses that president and tells you to buy his stuff.
Where are we at as a culture when the white guy comes in and responsibly talks about what's going on as far as this president and his buffoonery?
It's called character.
And then the Kanye that actually comes from the south side of Chicago comes in and says, yeah, it's fist pumping and where's the Make America Great hat?
My dear leader has signed my cap. My dear leader signed my cap.
Yes, I agree with Trump. And Trump said, I agree with him. Like, in the day where Kaepernick is trying to make us, like, it's just disgusting.
He hasn't lost his mind. He's being exactly who we knew he was. If you think he lost his mind, it's simply because his fact that he's a musical genius has tainted your perception of him. If anyone else in your family or your friend circle acted the way that he acted, you would have disowned them. But you didn't because he's a musical genius and you figure, well, these guys come with problems. And those are just the facts, people. It's just the facts. He hasn't lost his mind. He's grown into it. That's what he does. He is exactly who he's always been. No mind lost. Last question, just right quick. Will he fall off? Are black people gonna buy his album, or white people gonna buy his album?
I think it's over for him. I think, the white people or the people that he's appeasing right now, and those are the people who never gave a damn about his music, never gave a damn about he's able to play a piano or a drum. Like, those are the people who couldn't give two damns about his music career. So the people, whoever he's appeasing right now, hopefully they buy his music. Other than that, I don't think he'll be able to sustain it. If you look at how music entertainment is today, it's by what you present to the people. Whether that be Gangsta Nerd, look at the Soulja Boys, or look at T.I.'s or Pap. It doesn't matter. Remy Ma. You can go down the line. It's about what you're presenting to the people. If this is your presentation, this is it. Like, it's at the end of the line. Like, what is he going to talk about? In order to come back with something of substance, he would have to go against what he's talking about, with the type of nonsense he's talking now. So
I'm sure he still make beats. I'm sure he still can. You know, so this is what I'm saying is,
Pusha T and 2 Chainz want to get on him.
This is why I say he won't fall off, and this is the wrap up, people. Simply because, as I said before, he's playing a game that is bigger than just Kanye. You're gonna buy the new Nas album. I promise you that. He produced it, executive. You're gonna buy that new Pusha T album, executive. You're gonna buy the new joint with Kanye and Kid Cudi.
And when you put it that way,
he
like
wins.
You said, the controversy, it does kind of, it falls into place like that. Like I don't know if this is an ill marketing.
He's a horrible person. He's an ill marketer. But that's the facts. You have to live with it.
It's nasty. It's nasty. We got any shout outs?
Yeah, we got shout outs, people. Listen, leave them comments. You missed our live show last Thursday. That was live on Patreon, only for patrons. Ask them about it. It was crazy. It was 2 hours of back and forth. We actually called people and debated them live on the air, man. You guys, our fans, that's who we call. So go join Patreon and help us out, man. Team Box Cutter. Patreon.com/Team Box Cutter. Here we go. Shout outs. Leave them comments. Gree, Mr. TMB Honcho, aka MC Honcho. You got your musical shout out from us, and I like the music. Y'all check it out. Brian Gorham, Clint Warner said, if you gonna quote tragedy verse, say some Nas verses and compare. Nas delivery I wasn't on Nas's side. That's his job to say Nas verses. Mikhail Abdul Al-Wadud. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. I'm trying my best. First off, we have to realize Nas and Traj have different styles. Second, I think the problem is that people are unaware of all the political bullshit that's gone within the industry in Traj's career. He was blackballed as one of those N-words we won't be able to control a long time ago. Therefore, he never got the industry support and budgets.
Traj and Nas is, it's simple.
That's the basement, people. What you want me to say? Thank you for watching. Please listen. Please watch the rest of the week. We got crazy shows. We're talking about Bill Cosby coming up. We're going to be talking about Christian rappers sometime this week or next week. We're talking about groups, hip-hop groups, why there's not so many of them, the best of all time, all types of debates. You know what we do here, man. The basement, buy them beats.
We out of here.
Peace.